Extra extra, read all about it. Welcome to the Empires Recap, and today we will be going over the chaos and drama of our somewhat respected rulers. This week we have the long-awaited video from Ollie the Orion Sound, in which many things happen, including meeting the hermits, saying goodbye to the hermits, and realizing parenthood is stressful. Our story begins with a quick recap of Ollie's time on the Hermitcraft server, including but not limited to leaving sign graffiti and writing this Christmas song, The Real Jim Sheriff. Eventually, his travels lead him back to the Ollie Pelago. In the 4 months Ollie has been gone, he gained the loot.
Cheeks for the journey, goodbye, God! No! I'm in sanctuary! God has pushed me off the stairs!
The bloody nerve of these gods!
Hosted a festival.
Penny.
We're rich, boys, we're rich! Woo!
It's all thanks to you, it's thanks to you, and most of all, it's thanks to...
And dealt with some interdimensional visitors.
What's your sick goal, you short charlatan?
Who, of course, couldn't resist visiting the great Ollie.
This book. Oh, don't read that, don't read that. Hey, don't...
You're in debt to Gobland. You now owe 81 diamonds?
Yeah, I've only made 2 episodes.
Also, our sincerest apologies to Catherine's tailoring shop for the brief period of Hermitopia not being in a glass box. Not that it seems to stop anybody. One of the hermits, Pearl, who looks incredibly like God who pushed him off a cloud, visits the Ollie Pelago and helps out a bit despite the allegations, probably having a rough time of it on the road to El Dorado. The Ollie Pelago has expanded tremendously with incredible second tent, solely for beetroot. It is somewhat appropriate that the bard is the only one who lives off beets. But disaster strikes. The dragon egg is starting to hatch.
Temperature looks normal. Yeah, that beat. Alright, cool. What do you think?
Not the frog.
Oh, I thought so too.
What's the diagnosis, Doc?
Well, not only am I not a doctor, but I have absolutely zero medical training. But as far as I can tell, it's a boy!
Pix and Gem reject the idea of having a dragon on the surface, and many attempt to destroy said egg occurs, because it keeps coming back, before an understanding bridges the gap between Ollie and surprise adoption. To be a good parent, you must have somewhere safe for them, so of course Ollie builds a tiny Sydney opera house for the child, and then goes searching for parenting advice.
You're a hefty little man, aren't you?
Lizzie's parenting advice pretty much amounts to severe paranoia. Ollie takes notes. Pix's advice is child labor, but considering said child is a copper aging facility, he can be forgiven. Joel, being Hermes' parent, should have some good advice, but he doesn't seem to know anything about children despite having several. He recommends dancing? Brief interlude for flirting with Sausage's dad, and then we meet the other father of Hermes, who actually gives reasonable advice as they watch the sunset. Before suddenly the egg starts to hatch. Too late to back out now. Sausage and Ollie drag the egg to Shelby, as she's the only one on the server even vaguely knowledgeable, and they take the egg to the Sun Temple and Sanctuary to keep it warm enough.
Don't panic. Deep breath. I'm not ready to
panicking.
I have student loans.
You're not having the child. No, I'm having the child.
Oh.
They set a fire surrounding the egg, and Ollie ends up sitting on it to keep it warm before it starts to float in the air. Some severe magical stuff is happening on the server, and Ollie slips off the egg, and his new dragon child lands at his feet. To be continued.
In other news, Tumbletown has been given a very odd copper statue of a cot. The mesa feels like an odd place to put that. Anyway, to finish the rails to the train station, Jimmy needs some iron in bulk supply. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any iron, let alone diamonds to pay Falls to use her iron farm. That's an easy fix though, just gotta go mining. This mining adventure quickly goes wonky however, when Jimmy finds a strange old man in a cave. Apparently, he used to be the old sheriff before Jimmy rolled into town and had gotten stuck down the mines while chasing a bandit.
Where did you get Wednesday?
Who? It's Friday right now.
I'm not talking about the day. I'm talking about that hat on your head. Where did you get Wednesday?
No, this is the sheriff's hat. Take a look. This is the sheriff's hat. What do you mean?
You think I don't know that? I am the sheriff. Look.
What?
This is a prime opportunity to learn how the old sheriff earned his respect. Being very short doesn't exactly inspire his fellow rulers to respect him. The old sheriff agrees on the condition he can see the town again. Jimmy shows him the outside and learns that apparently before Jimmy got here, the town was called Midweek, because of Wednesday, the hat. Of course.
I'd be like, good morning, how you doing? I tip Wednesday, and they'd say, is it midweek? And I go, every day is midweek, especially in this town. And they would absolutely love it. They would chant my name, I'd catch the criminals, now throw them behind bars.
The tall Joel statue does scare the old sheriff, but he's a man of his word, and he takes Jimmy to the mines and teaches him the meaning of respect. Jimmy takes the old sheriff to the saloon and gets a small pep talk before he goes to show his friends and fellow rulers what he's learned from the oldest Tumbletown resident.
And you tip Wednesday and you say, good morning, ma'am. Good morning, sir. Good morning, they. Good morning, them. You say good morning to everything. You hear me?
He settles up his horse and rides through the Golden Empire to get to the Great Bridge, where he meets Gem, Sausage, and Thwip. The three of them start teasing him over his height. The old sheriff's lessons don't seem to work, no matter how he tries. It's really hammered home when Gem, one of his only allies that truly respected him, is given Sausage a sword and kills him. He is fed up with this disrespect.
After some reflection, Lizzie and the Critter Council decide to ally with Flip after multiple months. But the transport connections between these two empires is quite unsatisfactory. No worries, Mayor Lizzie will bless anyone departing or arriving Critter City with a much more beautiful tram station, and see, there's already some traffic.
What is the meaning of this? Dear Mayor of Animalia, come to the Drip Tavern to continue the discussion we had in Tumbletown. Burn this note before you arrive. Whip of Gobland.
After some problems involving 12 gunpowder, 3 people, and some explosives, Lizzie and Flip decide to make their own gunpowder farm instead. They each have their own task. Flip's got the beacon, and Lizzie's got the cats.
Oh no, Lizzie.
I don't have
What
efficiency
efficiency
5.
do you have in your tool?
Wait, don't look at me. I'm embarrassed. I'll be right back.
After digging, it's building time, and the creeper farm is officially done. But creepers are not the only thing falling. Deciding they'll meet back in 1 hour, Lizzie takes advantage of the beacon to finally finish her ore bundle. She digs one massive hole underneath Stratos to find her diamond ores, and after multiple bumps along the way, she finally finds it.
Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you say my collection's complete?
Back to the creeper farm, and it's rewarding. Flip and Lizzie decide to expand the storage, but there's something odd lurking around.
What is
hear
that?
What is
that?
in there?
Ah! Oh my gosh, I saw something in there!
And with that, join us next week for more chaos and shenanigans. Thank you for watching, liking and subscribing, and thanks to everyone helping out with the project. Check them all out down below.